If I were to die today, I would want my story to be that I helped a young person along the way. When I was born, my mother took really sick and she had to stay in the hospital for a long time. I went to my great aunt's house, my Aunt Mag. My Aunt Mag had no children, and so she decided to take me in as a child. We had many moments together. We had good moments, good childhood. Every summer, we would go to the ice cream truck. And one particular day, it was summer, it was hot, and I remember my Aunt Mag, she was, I think, in the restroom. And so I got 50 cents out of her purse, went to the ice cream truck, and on my way back from the ice cream truck, crossing the road, I got hit by a truck, like a big monster truck, literally. And I remember laying in the middle of the street, the sun shining directly in my face, and someone saying, "Call the ambulance, she's hurt." My hip was broken. I was a very little in stature, and I had to have a body cast on from my ankles all the way up to my neck. I got picked on a lot in school because I had to wear a special shoe because my body was a little crooked at the time. It was just a hard moment for me. Growing up, my mom, we spent some time together and we had some moments together. I remember right after college, this had to be 2001, 2002, I became very depressed. And when I say depressed, I mean like I wasn't eating, I wasn't laughing. I've always been the bubbly type. And I just became more reserved and more reserved. I graduated from college, and I couldn't find a job. So I was working little jobs like hotels, grocery stores, and I was a little mad because I'm like, I have a college degree, and I'm working for $8.50 an hour. And so I became depressed. And so one night, I was like, I just can't take it anymore. And I just can't do it. And I was in my room, and I cried, and I cried, and I was like, the only way out is for me to drive my car off of a bridge and just kill myself. I was working third shift at a hotel, and I got up, and I got dressed and went to work. But before I left, my mom called me in the room, and she said, "What's wrong? What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "What you mean?" You know, by this time, you know, I'm like, I got to be strong, you know, because me and my mom don't have that relationship where I'm gonna just cry and be held. And she said, "I don't know what's wrong with you." She said, "But I know something is wrong." She said, "If something is wrong," she said, "tell me." For her just to recognize that and just to ask me about that made me feel good. I was like, okay, God, so you are there. Because at that time, I'm not gonna say I stopped believing, but my faith really went down. And I felt that God heard my cry, and He used my mother to remind me that He's still there and that this too will pass. I went to work, I was at the hotel, and a family came in looking for a hotel room, and I was helping them. This man never seen me before, so he says, "You've been praying about something." And I was like, "Yeah, everybody pray." You know, I'm looking like, okay. He said, "We were supposed to check out of our hotel room last night." He said, "But for some reason, I stayed tonight." He said, "Truth be told," I don't even need this hotel room. He said, "God sent me here to let you know that you do have a purpose. You do have a dream that you must fulfill and that you can do it." So I'm on somebody's job. I'm behind the front desk, just crying in tears. Because at that moment, I'm like, God, you are real. Oh my gosh, you showed up again. And so at that moment, I'm like, okay, this too, it will pass. And at that moment, I just kept pushing and going forward, and I decided to not take my life at that time. When I had to wear the special shoe after my accident, it made me feel not beautiful or not confident or like something was wrong with me. And because I felt like that, and I decided that I didn't want anybody else to feel like that. And so therefore I developed a female mentoring program. The name of it is Blush, and it stands for Beautiful, Lovable, Unique Sisterhood. And it's a program where, for girls, 7th and 8th grade girls of all races and all backgrounds, whether they're from a single parent household or a 2-parent household, it's a program where they can feel good about themselves, where they learn about themselves, they can feel strong about themselves. And because I experienced many of those issues as a child growing up, I passed that along to this generation of students. I want everyone to be able to be exposed to something new, to be exposed to something differently. And I think that's why mentoring is so important. Mentor is close to my heart. And most people think, oh, I can't mentor a child because I don't have a degree, or I don't have a good job, or I don't have this. No, that's not what a mentor requires. A mentor is only about once a week and just to share your story. You never know how someone can change because of your story. If I were to die today, I would want my story to be that I helped a young person along the way, listen to their problems, or help them accomplish their goals, because I feel like that's why I was put here today. And if I did leave this earth today, I will be okay, because I felt like that I have done what I needed to do. Do I have more to do? Yes, but at this point, I'm okay. I have helped students graduate. I have helped students choose colleges. I have helped students and their families pay different bills. I have helped people in a mighty way, and I'm grateful that God has put me in a place to be able to do that. And that's my story.